Butlers and Booblers, welcome back to the channel. I decided that it was time to record another episode. Me did, not you did. Not the fact that the episode came out. That's why it's late, because I had to decide. Man, we left off at a wild spot. Sorry, here, let me move the microphone a little bit closer. We left off at a wild spot, if you remember. There's some canon Ciel breaking stuff. For those of you who are jumping in at episode 4, we've got a couple other episodes for you, and I wanted to take a second to thank everybody who stopped over at Patreon to take a look. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's just jump right on into this episode, because I am excited.
Wake up, wake up.
I wish Sebastian would come into my room and say, wake up, wake up. I don't even care if it is in a German accent.
For today's tea, we have a full-bodied Ceylon blend by Rommeveld.
I've never heard of Ceylon tea before.
I hope you find it to your liking.
Now, I just thought about this. You know how people say that you should watch sub when it takes place in Japan and dub when it doesn't? Like, that's the only time to do it. Shouldn't we be watching it in sub, but in the German version?
It's very good. And this is the first time I've ever had a cup of tea in bed, too.
A butler must ensure his lady begins the day refreshed, or he's failed from the outset.
Oh. I hope that you're taking note, Wolf.
Yeah. Now that you've had your tea, it's time to dress.
I swear, that's just French. But, I don't know, I feel like Wolf should step in and just be like, no, we're not doing that. No drinks in bed. No. Wolf has to put his foot down.
I'd like to wear clothes from the outside world today.
Is this gonna be like Back to the Future 3, where he's like wearing normal clothes, but it's like a really terrible rendition?
Surely you cannot be serious, Lane Zeron.
That
Smash like if you understand, if you've actually seen Back to the Future 3.
may prove to be a bit difficult. Sorry to say. But none of the clothing we bought will be in your size, save for my young masters.
His will do nicely. Fetch them now.
Forgive me, but I must object. Please consider a stranger's
Yes, no cross-dressing. No, 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 no cross-dressing.
closing on the boys, no less.
I don't see the problem.
My lady, might I appropriate this exquisite bed cover?
Yeah, but why?
I miss Sebastian and Sebastianisms. Just in general. I know that this season has had a lot of it. I'm just,
Fate, what are you going to do with that?
I shall return shortly, never fear.
I was gonna say, he walks out, walks literally right back in.
This is wunderbar, Sebastian.
Your approval of my efforts is music to my ears.
How did you make all of this and so quickly?
Ah, well, that's a trade secret, I'm afraid. And it lacks the refinement a skilled dressmaker could impart.
Nine. I like this. It's easy to move in.
It lacks what a skilled dressmaker could impart.
Then, if you will allow me, I shall escort you into breakfast.
For those of you who don't know, I'm uploading this exact video straight to Patreon. There are a few things here that I'm skipping, but I'm not going to be cutting anything out for YouTube censorship. So if you want the full uncut thing, go to Patreon. But I'm happy for all of you who are subscribing and staying here, too. I'm allowed to be petty on my own channel.
I didn't think it would be ready so soon. It never is with just Wolf. I can't wait.
A moment, petition. There is an order to these things that one wouldn't want to disregard.
An order?
Indeed. Indeed. Silverware is arranged just so, from out.
Is she going to learn manners? Is it? If this is the whole episode, I would honestly be happy. I would honestly be happy if the entire thing is teaching her to be a wonderful princess instead of a harlot.
Outside to inside in order of use. So at the start of the meal, when eating your salad, select the knife and fork on the outside.
I can eat with any of them, so it's all the same to me.
True.
That won't do, my lady.
No! You must pick the fork on the outside.
You are a ruler and must comport yourself as such. I hope you will forgive.
I'm a ruler, which means I make the rules, and I rule that I can use whatever fork I forkin' want to.
Forgive me for saying so, but your table manners are sadly lacking and ill-fitting one of your elevated station.
How dare you? Watch your filthy tongue!
A butler's job is not to dote upon his charge, nor accede to every whim. That is a province of nursemaids and nannies. I have hardened my heart so that I can say what must be said to prevent the Lensherren from displaying ungraceful behavior. And of course, setting aside good manners, more knowledge is always better than less.
More knowledge. Yeah, you're right. That's what I want. So, Sebastian, teach me all about how things are done outside.
It would be my honor to do so, my lady.
You said this one is a salad fork. What else?
Use this dull knife here to spread the butter.
That was delicious. I'm full to bursting.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying the I don't know. Usually the half Japanese is the Japaneseisms is called English, but whatever the German for English, yeah, it's probably the same thing. I'm just enjoying that right now.
My lady?
Smash like if you like Englishisms.
To signal you have finished, you may line up your silverware diagonally across the plate.
Interesting. Like this?
Perfectly executed. What are your plans for the day?
To learn! I still have so many questions!
I did not know that. Thank you, Sebastian, for the learning. I always thought that what I needed to do to tell people that I was done was to take a fork and just go.
Yes, you wish.
I'm fine.
My lady.
This won't interfere with my duties as the Emerald Witch.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't like it.
What don't you like?
The way Sebastian's been acting. Business as usual. Like he doesn't even give a damn about the young master.
Yes, I agree. He has seemed rather cold, Wild opines.
And what else is he supposed to do?
Sebastian never does anything without reason, and
Correct, without any reason whatsoever. Because, at the end of the day, Sebastian is man. And what man does when emotionally hurt is take those emotions and healthily dispose of them by repressing them deep down, deep down, until eventually you deep down enough that it can't deep anymore, and it's just gonna, and then it explodes out of the people that you love and trust the most.
I'm certain this is no exception.
But shouldn't a butler be concerned about his master in uncertain times like these? Oscar would like to know.
That's a fair question.
I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm too much of a bumpkin. Here, let me move myself out of the way. You've got the peas being separated here, but anytime that I had peas in a pod, I would just eat the pod too.
Sebastian. Seeing to his master's welfare is important, but a butler has many jobs. Take, for example, preparing the landscape for his master's eventual return to full health.
First, I would like you to teach me your country's language.
English?
It will be best if I can chat with Ciel while treating him, yeah?
Yeah, of course. This is the only usable text that we have on hand. Truth be told, it may be dense for a beginner.
Why? What is it?
The Family Physician, a collection of English home...
The Family Physician. I thought it was going to be early 2000s meme and shenanigans. References for the whole family.
Truly?
Written by Fortnite Ninja. Nah, he's later on. Whatever. Who else would be a good one? Early 2000s, there's not a lot that I can think of. Early 2010, early YouTube. YouTube poops.
This here. What's the name of this potion?
Tincture of opium.
Opium. That seems like...
I'd be putting the yum in opium. I don't know what that means. It sounded good. And it kind of does, but if anyone would like to if anyone would like to explain my joke in the comments, that is exactly what I meant. No, don't be putting anything racist in. That's not what I meant. Some people, man.
It's like a rather vulgar name for a medicine. What does it do?
It's used to suppress a cough or for the relief of severe pain. It is compounded from poppy seeds.
Oh, I know of those. And this?
A remedy for sore throats, in which one wraps bacon around the neck. An unexpected application, perhaps, but...
Just rub some bacon on it.
Who claims it has healing properties? This bacon compress?
A bacon compress. Fascinating. I've never heard of that. Move quick. I want to try this. A Finny speck.
Oh, I can look.
Which be big bacon for sure.
Where from? We'd like a word now. Why are you allowing those outsiders to stay? They are a bad influence on Our Lady.
Should I have said no? There's no stopping her. Not when she's like this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Is she a prisoner? Like, is the entire town in on it? Maybe it's just the three of them, like 3 witches, because there's like the 3 fates in Greek mythology. And he's under their control, maybe? Maybe she's a prisoner, which is a giant metaphor. And we do know that Yana does love her metaphors.
Young master, won't you eat a little? Just a bite or two?
No food. I'm not hungry.
Come on, guys. Listen, all of you watching or listening right now, you need to be eating. We both know that you haven't eaten anything today. We both know that you just kind of went, no, I don't want any food. I'm not hungry. And then you didn't eat anything. You need to eat something. You can pause this video or even keep playing it when you go make yourself a sandwich. 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 Jingle, jingle, jingle. Sandwich. Sandwich. Nom, nom. Sandwich. Mmm.
Then how about a nice cup of hot milk instead?
Chalky milk.
Yes, we can put in as much as you'd like. yada-yada. Now, let me cool it down. Too much! I'm sorry! Oh dear, it's everywhere! Here!
Alright, I gotta take off the pixelated screen for a second. And, just appreciate that he's dripping with a hot, wet load that Finny blew onto him, onto his face. I'm not misrepresenting anything.
Let me clean it up. I mustn't lose myself. I'll hurt him if I use my full strength. Gently. Easy does it. Does that hurt at all?
Guys. Don't let smutty fanfics ruin your brain. Even if you only do it for fun, for silly goofs and gaffs. My brain is ruined.
No. I know. After you're finished, why don't we step out for some fresh air?
No, I can't. Don't make me go out there. I'm scared.
You are? Please don't be! You'll have me there! If anyone scary comes, I'll run them off for you. You've nothing to fear! I'll protect you no matter what!
Yeah, Finny!
That was my vow to you. From the day you gave me my name, until my last, I would be your shield.
You really shouldn't.
Finny backstory. We all love Finny. He's so good. I love him. We all love him. Give me more of him. I love him. So, I'm actually really happy that he's the one having the one-on-one with Ciel, because I love Ciel lore, Sebastian lore, Finny. Finny has the most interesting of the three. Tanaka will never get lore. There is no way. I feel like it'd be really funny if there was like a full in-depth episode and he was just like some crazy like medieval guy who's like hundreds of years old and like found eternal life and he's just running on fumes now, but also can't die. That would be pretty epic. But besides that, I mean, Mayrin being a sharpshooter, that's cool. That's cool. But like, we don't need a full episode on Mayrin. And then Bard being a sergeant in the military, like that again doesn't need its own episode. Like we get that. It would be out of style for either of them to get their backstory, because it'd be so kind of separated from the genre, unless it had to do with the like being found, taken in, and then put into their station, and it was just like barely any of the beginning of what they were doing. It was more of the transition. I guess that would work.
I'm not worth protecting.
That would carpentry.
Why am I here? There are other people, better people.
Can we just normalize saying, instead of saying that things would work, that we just say things carpentry? I work too much. My brain shouldn't be I feel like important lore just happened.
You really shouldn't. I'm not worth protecting. Why am I here? There are other people, better people.
Young master.
I have a weird. It's not quite a nitpick yet, but it seems like we all know that Ciel has been putting on a front, but whenever we've seen the mask drop, Ciel being like, I'm not worthy or anything like that, it's not really him. He's traumatized, of course, and also scared of the inevitability of Sebastian eating his soul. And then also, like, having to be an adult and not have a childhood. But I wouldn't say that he's like, I'm so, I'm terrible. Now, I get that he's mentally stuck at the crux of what just happened. That's my interpretation of what's being portrayed. He's been sent back to that time so that he can overcome it, I assume, is the idea. He's going to overcome it and become a better person while also learning his backstory. So maybe that's where it works, but right now I'm just kind of thinking, I don't know if that's quite what he would do.
We must destroy every single document! Not one scrap can survive! Unsere Prototypes! Mach schnell!
So one thing that I know about real life is how...
How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Are you a basic man? Why? What is there to think about?
Think about gladiators and the fall of Constantinople.
I'm about to move this chair and just have you keep this part in where we're talking about the Roman Empire. And why the frick you think about it twice a week.
The burning of the Library of Alexandria?
You wanna keep talking?
Emperor Nero sucking at everything?
What the frick is Emperor Nero?
Emperor Nero, the burning of the Library of Alexandria is one of the... You know how much knowledge we probably lost of human time?
That's what I've chosen to deal with. For hopefully the rest of my life. This is why I'm going back to therapy. No, but Agape did get back to me, actually. No. Oh, don't be a baby.
I'm why you have to go back to therapy
No.
is the words you said.
I love you.
How can you say that and then just say, oh,
You know what? You think that we had... Back earlier in our relationship, you thought that we had the type of relationship already where you could flip me off while driving by me. I don't want to hear it.
That was like a month ago.
Still.
Part of me wishes that I did have like the twink body, so I could pull off like cute outfits. I'm jelly about cute outfits.
You're not dressing up as Yu-Gi-Oh! No.
But he's there was
No.
So like there's like the leather, like I can't pull that
No.
off. I can't do it because I'm too hairy. So as I was saying nearly an hour ago before I was rudely interrupted and then talked about the fall of the Roman Empire for 50 of those 60 minutes. My theory, and what I know from like real life actual messed up stuff, is that people are, everyone is trying to figure out the secret to immortality, and that a lot of theories revolve around like young blood. So I'm curious to see if maybe the reason why Ciel was captured was not just because he was worth money, but because he's of royal blood, or not royal, but like wealthy status, so his blood is worth more, and he's young. So that's an interesting theory. Oh no, this is Finny. Yeah, it's still a valid theory.
Was? Sehr. Why is Herr Doctor here?
I'm so sorry.
Was? Sehr. Why is Herr Doctor here?
They put that on TV.
All that work for nothing. Verdammt!
Doctor, but why?
That's scary, and I love it. My only thought is, why did he not really hesitate to kill the first two? You'd think that it'd be the other way around.
Stand back, my lord.
No. Your name. Tell me. Tell me.
I couldn't understand his words. They were unlike any I'd heard before in my life. But now I can. And more than that, I understand how they changed my fate.
Why am I here? There are other people, better people.
Young master. Don't say such nasty things. If it hadn't been for you, then I wouldn't be here. I used to only know how to break things, but now I know how to care for them. You did that. Before I met you, I was a mindless weapon. Subject S012. Now I'm Finny, the gardener. You'll be fine. You're just a bit out of sorts at the moment. Just you wait. Sebastian will have this all fixed before you know it.
Sebastian. He...
Not him! Not him! Please, calm down.
He did it to Ciel!
Who's there? One moment. I'll go and see. Sebastian? Lane Tarrant Sullivan is here.
Sullivan?
Yes? How are you feeling today?
You've learned to speak English already? Amazing!
Of course. I am a witch after all. Still, I have a great deal to improve upon.
What? That's way too good. Now, I also hope this means that Sebastian can stop speaking in the silly accent of the silly German accent, the Deutsch. Du hast mich. But yeah, that's really good. That's really good for such a short time.
Finny, would you kindly clear away the dishes?
Right.
Your bandages need changing.
Will it hurt?
It will hurt more if I do not change them. May I start?
Yes.
Good. You are healing very quickly. That is to be expected from a healthy young man like you, yes?
Dankeschön, my lady. You did quite well.
Clearly. Now then, I want you to tell me the truth.
Hmm?
I didn't say anything before because both was with us. But you and your master, You comport with demons, yeah? There's no need to hide it. Witches do not condemn devil worship or those who practice it. I saw the demonic sign on your hand and your master's eye. Am I mistaken?
Your observation's correct, your assumption is not.
What does that mean?
A cabal of devil worshippers once kidnapped my young master. He was to be a ritual sacrifice. And sadly, it was through said ritual that he and I became acquainted with each other.
Impossible! No matter how many. Laymen can't summon a demon.
And yet there are always exceptions.
Do not correct me, amateur! Failing such rituals results in a demon's curse!
Really?
So this cabal, they took your master and forcibly branded his right eye with a demonic sigil. Such cruelty. Were you a sacrifice too?
Well, actually...
No, I take back my question. It must have been painful. You shouldn't have to recount it. Do the others know of this?
Nein.
I always thought cabals were strictly Jewish. I'm curious. It is. Black Butler anti-Semitic confirmed.
Young master and I...
Not really. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Secrets.
I'm just joking.
I see. Then it will be my secret as well.
You're too kind. Vielen Dank, my lady.
Ciel's physical wounds are healing very well. And though he remains deeply unstable, he shows no sign of any memory disorder. Do you know if you'll be able to see again? I could find nothing wrong with his eyes. Therefore, I believe his blindness is a result of a great shock. If his mind and body heal, then his sight should as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Bless you.
Now then, we must focus on helping Ciel to recover. If he receives the proper rest and nutrition, he will be well again soon.
No fooling, miss? Then we should get ready to scram back to the manor as soon as he can get out of bed. He's sure to feel a lot safer at home.
Of course. That is probably for the best.
Right then. Time to put some coal in his furnace with my chef's special full stamina dinner.
Oh, with extra meat?
I can make treats.
We can bake scones, too, adds Emily sweetly.
Oh. What a sumptuous feast.
Tanaka never change. Never change.
Meat dishes take time to prepare. You should help.
My lady?
Don't fret. I shall continue with my English practice. I look forward to tonight's meal.
Then I must be off.
How many words are in that? There's gonna be like at least 40. Perhaps even 50 words in that entire book.
Entschuldigung, but it appears that we are out of the white cooking wine.
Go down the stairs, then to the right, and all the way back.
Most appreciated. Oh, Snake. A moment, please.
Different times in the 1800s. It could just be like measuring out coke in front of everyone and it was totally fine.
He said the wine cellar was to the right. That way's to the left, right? Inquires Oscar.
His directions were endearingly straightforward. But I never actually said that I was going to get more wine.
It seems to be a dead end, observes Oscar.
Yes, but you see, Oscar has never tried rolling into walls and seeing if they disappear. I'm trying to think of a Dark Souls snake enemy. I can't think of any. They're a little bit more complex than that. And scary.
Yet there's an echo. That can only mean there's a large empty space behind this wall.
What are you doing?
You ever heard of a dust angel, idiot?
Oscar asks. What's this?
The Holy Grail. Very interesting stuff. I'm very happy with. That was a really good episode. I'll be honest. Like, that was just really fun. I don't know. I just don't have a whole lot of notes for that. That was just a fun episode. We got to learn a little. We didn't learn anything new about Finny. We just got new shots of Finny escaping. And, well, obviously the cliffhanger. But there's something down there. Perhaps Lay Wolf? Jiminy Christmas. It's a great show to be watching episode by episode. And I'm happy to be covering it. And I think... Computer, don't be silly stupid. I'm very excited for the next episode, and I certainly hope you are too. Don't mind me trying to hobble my way through words. So, like I said last time, I'm gonna go through some chats, some comments, and we'll respond to them. Some of them I've already responded to. Mailed Knight says, I like that Mayrin is the one who gets upset by the idea that he's blind in both eyes. Yeah, because she's really far-sighted, so she would know more. That does make sense. Dolly says that just about every episode revolves around Ciel, who's your favorite character. Like I said, that's a pretty solid choice. It's better than your favorite character being Claude or Eloise Trancy. Also, you say that it used to be a theory, and then it was confirmed to be canon after all. Ooh. Did Yana just pull like a D&D, like a dungeon master, and was just like hearing the fan theories online and then looking at the script, looking back at the theory and looking back, and just be like, oh, that's so much better. Just scratch out, just get rid of it and just rewrite it. Lucien, you don't want to spoil anything. I do appreciate not spoiling anything. Last season, I think I got a little too close to spoil, but then again, I had been so out of Black Butler, I still didn't pick up on the Undertaker being the bad guy. But they explore Sebastian and Ciel's dynamic in a way that really hasn't been done before. I'm really curious to see if it's in the way that I want to also. I'm also curious if the English dub is going to do it great. I personally have... So, I only watch things in Japanese if the dub is painful to listen to, and that takes a lot. That takes, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure voice acting, or, what was the other thing I watched in Japanese? Sword Art Online I watched in Japanese just because I really liked it in English, but, it was that, and... Oh, One Piece. Watched bits of that and I had to do that only in Japanese. So even though that's the case, I do know that dubs can kind of take a little bit too much of too many liberties. Especially, I've heard that the Crunchyroll, formerly Funimation, has taken some weird liberties. So I just hope they don't do that to my boy, the Black Butler series. And then, where did I hear the forbidden words? I don't know what you mean by forbidden words, if I'm being honest. That was the one about Ciel's twin. Do you just mean the fact that I know that that's a thing? I know that's a thing because of being on, like, the Black Butler Amino fan, pages. And I did some voice acting years ago, reading manga chapters. Unfortunately, their channel was completely... they were copyright stricken. and the channel was taken away, which was a real shame. And honestly, I think it was because of the music that was used. It just happened too many times. For those of you who want to start a YouTube channel, but you're going to do some stuff like I'm doing now, and it kind of toes the line, upload to a completely unrelated channel that is not linked to the one that you're going to upload the final bit to, and let that one get a whole bunch of copyright strikes, not your main channel. Mailed Night, you do tend to leave long messages. That's fine. If you're going to leave the same number of messages, I have the same amount of time that I have to go through the app and then just, like, pick one throughout my workday to take a break. And it's actually kind of nice because every time that I get a comment on a video, like, I literally get to take a break from work. Because I get into work mode and I just don't take breaks. But, you know, I get a notification on my phone, and it's one of those, like, important ones, like a text message or something, but it's a YouTube comment, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to read it. It's very exciting for me. Timestamp of 9:14.
No penis for you.
No penis for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for... I'm gonna pin that, actually. I'm gonna pin that one. No penis for you. Anyway. And then we actually have a comment on Patreon to go over. Yes, that's Ciel's older brother. It's not as lame as it sounds. He actually is a really good character once we get to know Ciel's full backstories. I hope so. I have a bad feeling that they're not going to give real Ciel the justice he deserves, because the pacing of Black Butler tends to be half an episode for backstory, and that's just not enough for me to care about that Ciel. One episode might not even be enough for me to just accept that Ciel is just a giant, you know, is not at all who we thought he was up to this point. And then you also want to see the Lemon tournament where I'm reading the comments. I would love to do that as soon as I get some free time. As soon as I'm done with another video project that I'm filming in a couple of weeks, I'll have some time and I'll be able to do that if I can remember it. The biggest problem is getting home and then completely it is just not on my radar at all. And I am so sorry. I made a whole thing back in August with videos and everything like that to pump up that video specifically, but I'll be doing that. I will. It is still on the radar. It'll come out eventually. So, thank you all so much for commenting and supporting the channel and this episode. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.